Hi friends, it's Victor Costa. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Maybe I'll wait a couple of seconds here for folks to join us. I've been doing a lot of these live videos. I like connecting with you folks. I love the comments afterwards. I think the maximum views that my live videos have received is about 3,700, which is pretty good. Considering that everybody right now has no idea that I was about to come on, is going about their day, going about their weekend, wherever you are in the world. I wanted to talk to you today, of course, and say hello and connect, but I did want to give away another Peace, Love, and Muscle shirt. This is a size small. A lot of the folks out there, especially the ladies, have said, Vic, does your shirt come in small? And it does, and this will fit. This will fit, of course, a woman. It will also fit a very vain man, or someone who likes to wear their shirts tight like I do. So we will be giving that away. I would love for you folks to share this and then comment at the bottom. Oh, 20% battery. Comment at the bottom and just say that you're in. Just say, I'm in, and that enters you to win that shirt. That's it. And then I scroll through later on, with my eyes shut. I may have my daughter hold the phone and go like that, and then I go like that, and we pick a winner. That's how it works. I've been getting a lot of international winners lately, so I've been noticing that when I go to the post, I've got to fill out a bunch of stuff, customs forms and everything, and then mail. The last two winners, I believe, were international. So today, what is today's topic, and what are we going to talk about today? So I get a lot of comments about IF, intermittent fasting. Some people are telling me, there's the camera, right? Some people are telling me that they have experienced tremendous gains from intermittent fasting. And then when you talk about what that is, it sounds to me like intermittent fasting sounds almost like consolidated eating. So it doesn't sound like it's too different from what a lot of us do anyway, for the most part. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some of these tricks that we come up with, some of these ideas and concepts that seem a little bit faddish. They have cool acronyms. People come study these acronyms. I think there's some people out there who are actually experts in like DOMS and IF and all these other things, but they spend more time studying those acronyms than they do actually training. But this is my opinion about coming up with an eating scheme that works for you. Whatever works for you is what works. I mean, in terms of your lifestyle. I mean, I don't have the ability to eat every 2 hours. I don't like that. I tried that, I think, a long time ago, and I was always preparing, always cooking, always eating, but never really fed, right? Because I was kind of eating smaller meals so that I wouldn't kind of spill over and get heavy. And I wasn't fed, I talked about this before, to have enough gas in the tank to do any high level of exertion at any given time. So I think that the IF concept and a lot of these other eating schemes over the short term may make some discernible difference, but over the long term seem to be something that we just kind of try and is not necessarily sustainable. It's like kind of the people who say they're going to give up carbs and then they eat steak and eggs only, and then they cave and they suddenly eat a box of Frosted Flakes and end up in some kind of have a problem, So I drew a little chart here, and this is a ridiculous chart, but it summarizes what I'm talking about. This chart, this up and down, is what you experience when you try to game the body or trick the body. The body is an intelligent mechanism that can't necessarily be tricked. Yeah, there's a few things you can do, but over the long run, doesn't this chart make more sense? Doesn't the beginning chart of coming up with something smart and consistent that you can do day in and day out make a lot more sense than experiencing this? That today you feel thin and tomorrow you don't, and that kind of thing. So I think that a good eating scheme, 3 times a day, if you train 4 times a day, if you do shakes, that's okay too in between, or a snack in between. I prefer to eat really 3 solid meals and then a couple of snacks. The snacks are always 1 piece of fruit, whatever that is. I like apples, I like grapes, I like strawberries. And I also eat almonds, love almonds. I get the Whole Foods organic whole almonds. And that's what I do. Those are my snacks. And then I don't do powders because I don't think powders turn into this. I just don't. They can support you in some way, shape, and form, But if you're thinking that the powder is going to be the discernible difference between you and success, it's not going to be the deciding factor for the most part. It will not be the thing that changes everything for you. It can support you for sure. And for some people, supplements are very valuable, especially if they were lacking in that particular nutrient or micronutrient. Yeah, it could be the thing that makes a difference, but it doesn't turn somebody who's kind of normal or average into a champion all of a sudden. Somebody's coming through the door right here. Oh. So what else can we talk about? Oh yeah. What's the difference between a PT, personal trainer, and a PT, a physical therapist? Now, I get a lot of questions from you guys who have just gotten out of surgery and are asking Vic if you should go back to the gym. So and sometimes you're a world away in a different country asking me if you should start training again and you just had surgery. So, look guys, I love you very much. It would be really irresponsible for me from this distance and the role that I play to tell you whether or not it's time to go back to the gym. You have to consult with your doctors. You have to call your doctors. You have to reach out to them. And so that's something that you can have a dialogue with. Don't be shy and look for all the information on the internet when there are people who know your specific unique situation better than somebody remotely. Okay, so as much as I care about you, I don't know when it's time for you to go back to the gym. It would be irresponsible of me to tell you that. And so that's pretty much it. We talked about these eating fads, the intermittent fasting. Yes, it may work for some people, and they may get used to that habit. I mean, there's some people who keep very odd hours, and they have to consolidate their eating, and that just becomes their way of eating. And then there are other people who are eating on a normal schedule, and then they change this up to see if there's any big difference. There may be in the short run, but like I said, I like this chart, right? I'm going to be showing you guys a full day of eating. People ask me what I eat. It's very simple foods. It's all whole foods. You can see each ingredient. I don't drink alcohol, and I don't eat sugar. I'm a very cheap date. If we go out to dinner, I'll be bringing my own food. We'll ask the waiter to heat it up for me so that I can eat on a normal plate. But other than that, it's chicken, it's quinoa, it's generally broccoli, and then also sweet potatoes. So that's what I have 2 times a day. I will also have 2 servings of oatmeal with a banana, and then I'll also have organic almonds and my fruit intake. And then I will also eat 4 whole eggs, and that's my enjoyment at night. Put a little bit of salt on that, and that's what I have. That's the day of eating. So there's not really a mystery. This is consistent. That works for me. I've been doing this a long time in terms of figuring out what my body needs. I know for a fact that dairy is not good for me. It took me a long time to kind of understand that and discover that. And it didn't make me feel good. And I just cut that out, and suddenly everything changed for me. My complexion changed, as well as my digestive system, and I felt better overall. So it takes a while to kind of get into your groove. So what you do is you come up with sort of a basic eating scheme. You know the ingredients that you're supposed to have. You're supposed to have some carbs, you're supposed to have some protein, and you're supposed to have some vegetables, right? And you kind of come up with an idea of what that looks like on the plate for you. And then you maintain some level of consistency with it, and you eat to see how you feel. If you need more energy, perhaps you need a little bit more carbohydrates. If you are also lacking in energy, perhaps you need a little bit more saturated fat. For the fat, I will have from time to time a little avocado. Sometimes my food is prepared with a little olive oil. But those are the basics. It's just consistent training, day in and day out. I have another note here that I can't quite read, but we do have our giveaway of our shirt, right? So that's it. You can achieve remarkable things naturally. You can see that my body has changed just over the past 6 months. I haven't really done anything other than the level of focus and bringing the energy, honing in the energy into an actual visual goal to accomplish something. So you can go to the gym and you can put a lot of energy out there, and then like I mentioned this in the past, I see people training and you can almost see the energy shooting around. But then when it's zoned in toward a specific goal, you have a visualized concept of what you'd like to have, that energy suddenly gets sublimated and moves toward that particular visual goal. So that's really, really important. And that suddenly gives the workout and the energy of the workout direction. So it's just not haphazard. It gives it a place to go, an ending point. So I want you to keep that in mind. It's very important. So two guys can put out the same energy, two gals can put out the same energy, but the one that has the vision, it will direct the energy toward a specific end result. So, have we covered enough today? I think we have. I wish you guys peace, love, and muscles. There we go. There's the muscles part. Here's the peace part. Here's the love part. Take care of yourself. Bye. Oh, don't forget to say I'm in, and then share this with other people also, and then they'll be in too, and they may suddenly randomly end up with a peace, love, and muscles size small. Take care.